Seattle Seahawks and the San Francisco 49ers. Getting toward the halfway point of the NFL season, Week 7 is underway on EA Sports. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
He goes to the line. 180. I got you. 49. Check 49. Check 49.
Now a handoff here to his running back. He'll wind up getting a yard on the game's first play. It's second down.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Now a handoff looking right. And that one was relatively easy to see. I noticed that from up here.
Yeah, it doesn't take a whole lot, does it? Sometimes you get multiples. What I always love on these offsides is when each side points at the other. Hey, you did it. No, you did it. They deciphered that one correctly.
The ball gets bumped up. It's now 2nd and 4 after the penalty.
Hey, defense, let's go. Pick it up, D. Hey, kill. Mike 56. Mike 56. Come on.
And some room to work. 18 yards, first down Niners.
Well, that play looks familiar because we saw them working on it in practice this week. And for a lineman trying to block on this play, they love when they get the defense moving in one direction. And when they try and change directions, it's a lot easier to pick them up and ward them off.
Slide 20. 6 right there. 56. Rock the run. What's that?
And he'll give it here to his running back. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10.
I don't even know why this team showed up.
Going to give this time to the tailback. And this time he's going backwards. So after the no gain on the last attempt, here they get him behind the line.
Doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level because the big fella, he just ate that one alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game, he was talking to us, and he's like, hey, these pants make me look fat? And we said, nah, man, you're just a whole lot of guy.
He is at well over 300 pounds. He's a big man.
Motion. Super. Hey, Delta. 56. All day, just like that.
Throwing on third. Goff. That's complete to his receiver, Pettis. And they'll bring him down right at midfield, and he is well short of the first down. They stop him for only 3 that time, and that'll bring up 4th down. Here comes the 49ers punter now. As the first drive of the game stalls out, he's on to punt. This is away, but boy, headed straight for the sidelines. And this will be up to the ruling of the side judge here. He says it crossed out of bounds at the 16-yard line.
Down. 15, Lonnie. 15 line. Back.
This is the Oklahoma State alum, Chris Carson. And this will be a pickup of 4 here, up to their own 20.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down, a very solid gain on that play.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6.
Let's go, team. It's going to be a long day on offense. Stop it.
2nd and 6. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
They went with a dime look on defense. 2 extra defensive backs on the field and covered up essentially every blade of grass. That allowed them to disrupt the play.
So after the 2nd down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6.
Check. Hey, shoot.
Operating from the gun, Leach. And this one caught by Travis Kelce. And he gets it here to right around the 24 before he's out of bounds. Just a 5-yard pickup, and it leads to 4th down. On 4th down, ready to punt, Michael Dixon. And he gets it away, and it's a laser headed for the sidelines. And no return here. Where will they spot it? They say just outside the 20-yard line. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. They punted last time they had it. What steps, Charles, you think they have to take to make sure they don't do that again?
Well, let's just go to the football 101, the trade expression 101. Win first down. Make 5, 6, 7 yards on first down and make it a 2nd and 3, 2nd and manageable. Keep accumulating first downs that way. Keep moving the football. You don't want to get behind the sticks because then the defense has the advantage.
Check 50, check 50. Maverick.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Officially, it will go as a 1-yard loss, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down.
A loss of 1 brings up 3rd down and 11.
Here we go. 120.
56, right there. 56. Man, I got you.
DC.
56, the mark, boys.
Hey, exit.
56. Let's go, D. Let's go.
Tell him. 76.
From the gun on 3rd down, Goff. And he's got his man. That's Landry. And he goes out of bounds just shy of the 45. How about 25 yards on 3rd down? They'll take it. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll be taken down across the 50 at the 45 in enemy territory. A gain of 10 and a 49er first down. Relatively small sample size, but that's his longest run of the first quarter. Bounced it out to the outside to make it successful.
And to get there, you actually need some help. It's not just your pure speed getting to the corner, making sure that the blocking is taken care of inside so the pursuit doesn't get you. And oftentimes, those wide receivers, tight ends that might be flexed out, they've got to control the edge and make sure no one from the outside can spill the play before he gets there.
An opening there on that first down run as he gets this forward for about 8 or 9. That looks to be 8 officially, so 2nd and 2.
Brings up 2nd and 2 at the Seahawks 37-yard line.
8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's 2nd and a couple.
Check 31.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that's going to bring up a 3rd down.
And 2.
Hey, 180.
Down to lose 1.
52's the Mike. Watch Mike.
Hey, let's get some.
Hey, 5.
Let's get some penetration.
Mike 52.
Watch the run.
New Mike 52. 5.
Out of the gun, gone. And almost picked off. I guess the good news for them now, it's 4th down.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
So a least missed, and he's able to convert the field goal there from long distance.
Yeah, the guys behind the end zone didn't need to hike the net up for this one. That thing was a dying quail, but he finds a way to boink it off the crossbar and make it drop through.
This one taken just inside the 10. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line.
Let's go! Let's go!
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And the last drive, their first drive, 3 and out. What changes here, if anything?
I think it's making sure the guys that you trust the most with the ball, the biggest playmakers you have, that they touch it on this possession to try and get things moving.
So get it to the horses.
Without a doubt. They're the ones that typically end up in the end zone.
They went 3 and out on their first drive. Things already looking better here. 1st and 10. A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
Let's go! 60 or. Mike. I got him. Let's go!
To throw on 2nd down. Leach. And he's got the hook up to Moore. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face 3rd down.
It's a gain of 8, and it brings up 3rd.
This is 3rd and 1. Very likely 4-down territory, even if they don't get it, though. 3-0 after 1 on EA Sports. They had the catch on 2nd down, but it didn't help at all, and now they're looking at 3rd down here. Looking to throw. Leach. And it's complete to Kelsey. And this will move the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the 49ers' 26.
Well, sometimes our pregame meetings do pay off, don't they? What did the guys in the locker room call him?
Well, they said it with a chuckle. They called him Old Reliable.
Yeah, that means he doesn't move quite as fast as he used to, but he still knows all the tricks, doesn't he? Even that little...
Nowhere to turn here, and he's going to go down. Back at about the 37-yard line. D Ford in there to get him, and on the season now, that is 9 sacks for him. So 2nd and long, and got to be careful not to fall out of field goal range. Back to throw. Leach. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. D Ford has now recorded 10 sacks on the season.
Okay, let's go back a little bit and see if my schooling comes to the front. What's that old saying? Those who forget the lessons of history are doomed to repeat them. That's the same guy who's gotten back-to-back sacks. I think a double team may be in order.
Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. Looking to throw. Leach. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
Anytime a ball's thrown in the middle of the field that's popped up in the air, I expect someone to catch it. Doesn't matter whether it's offense or defense, because there's usually a great amount of bodies in that part of the field. In this case, no one came up with it.
And this will be out of bounds. Now it's a question of where they'll mark it. And they'll say it crosses at the 11-yard line. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game are so good and so skilled and hit from distances that we almost start to take them for granted, and we can't do that. That's a long field goal that they got 3 points out of. They've got to feel good about that, and they better make sure they love him up because he's helped them out.
Yeah, now we'll see if that offense can put 6 on the board here. We'll see. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Now they'll run it on the toss. And the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line. That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up 3rd down.
Came out in a power set, but that don't win up front, right? Your offensive guys have got to beat the defenders. They lost all leverage on that play.
The Niners on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd down and 12. From the gun, here's Goff. And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. A big play there for the Niners. 53 yards. A nice job there, Charles. They picked up the blitz, were able to complete the pass.
That had the total feel of a quarterback in control. Red blitz, got him into the right protection scheme, so he doesn't get hit back there. He's got a chance to step up with supreme confidence and deliver it downfield for a nice completion.
They had the huge play last time. Here it is a much smaller gain of 2. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
76. 76.
Going to give this time to the tailback. And he still has yet to get on track in this first half as they're going to stop him behind the line. It's a loss of 2, now 3rd down.
Brings up 3rd and 10.
The Niners on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 10.
By 52, by 52. Watch the run, watch the run. Good side, baby, that's baby side. 52.
Super 1, Super 1. Switch.
Shift. Check 13.
12.
A shotgun snap for Goff. And he finds McDonald. They convert on 3rd with a gain of 22. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing playing against a good quarterback like he is to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front, defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield.
And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete. An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Here's Goff. Looking for his running back, and he's got it. And across the chalk into the end zone. It's a 49er touchdown. A great play there. His 4th touchdown on the year. And the Niners are able to stretch their lead. Parkey adds the extra point, and the lead grows to 10-0. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
The Seahawks take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. They've had it twice. They've punted twice. Not the start they were hoping for.
Not at all, and let's face it, every facility we visit, Everyone talks about converting on third down, how big that is. In this situation, they've had to punt it away twice, so they're furiously going over things on the sidelines. What do we need to do to pick up a first down and change our momentum?
The big play to start him out has him at the 45 already. Back to throw. Leach, complete. The tight end, Kelsey. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. It's a gain of 12, first down Seahawks. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
Kill. Turn it up. Kill.
Hey, Haywood. Shoot.
From the gun, Leach. Over the middle and into the hands of his receiver, Moore. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. That'll be marked as a 27-yard pickup. We've hit the 2-minute mark of the first half, 10-0 our score. And we remind you, coming up at the half, we'll join, who, Charles?
The coach.
The coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from games in progress, as well as scores from earlier today.
The coach.
Sorry, we get slap happy up here sometimes. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10.
Big stop, G. Big stop. Let's go.
Throwing again. Leach. That one complete to his receiver, Jennings. And he'll get 7 yards from the 17 to the 10 before he's taken down. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down. A 2nd down completion got him 7. Now here's 3rd and 3. Operating from the gun. Leach. It's Kelsey on the ground. And he gets the first down yardage he needs before he's brought down at the 6. The gain of 5 that time gives him the conversion and makes it 1st and goal. 1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. Looking to throw. Leach. To the end zone, but knocked away and incomplete. The safety, Keanu Neal, there to knock that one free. They don't get the hook up there, but you really have to marvel at how precise he's been throwing the football these last couple weeks.
Oh, that's the perfect word for it, precise, because if you're at 70% or better 2 weeks in a row, you have a job as long as you want one in this league, won't you? I mean, let's face it, it's not just West Coast offense either. He's putting the ball downfield as well.
They come up here with another shot from the 6-yard line, and it's 2nd and goal now.
Leo. Ready?
Here's Carson. And he's going to press this one forward as they stop it right around the 1. And the 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts, as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. Kelsey out in the slot right. So 3rd and goal, and the 49er faithful making some noise for their defense. From the gun, Leach. End zone caught. Touchdown, Seattle. David Moore, his first touchdown on the year, as they are now on the board here in the first half. Extra point hugged the upright a bit, but he gets it to go. And that'll cut it to 3 at 10-7. So just a 3-point game now as they send this one away. This is fielded at the goal line. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. You're under a minute to go here in the half. Field position not really in your favor, but still time to try and move the ball and get in field goal range.
Yeah, you got the lead. It's definitely a thought. Let's go ahead and try and increase it. But at the same time, I don't like the odds. I don't like where they are on the field. Got the lead. They've done well in the first half. Don't mess it up and go into halftime looking at each other wondering what if.
6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he's going to have a first down, but not sure it'll matter as the clock will continue to run. 4 yards to pick up, first down.
So many teams want to throw the ball in this situation nowadays, but I love watching a team that has enough confidence to go ahead and run the football. In that situation, that's almost a tendency breaker.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
76. 76.
52, Mike 52. I'm here all day.
Two.
Slam.
Hey, Charlie.
Motion. 5-2 is the Mike. Mike 5-2.
Goff now looking to throw. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off here, the 32. And a potential turning point as they'll get the football in very good field position late in this first half.
At the 48-yard line.
Here we go. Set. 18 Gator.
Blue down.
Get it.
Off the play fake. Leach. He's going to take a shot right away for the end zone. And he's got it. Caught in the end zone for the Seahawk touchdown. David Moore in the final seconds of the first half. And the Seahawks have taken the lead. The Seahawks offense staying put out on the field. They're going to go for 2.
Bam. Hey, Echo. Hit it.
Operating from the gun. Leach. And that is caught for the 2 points. So they go with a pass there on the 2-point try and able to convert it, Charles.
And a good job by the offense figuring out their 2-point play and using it well. It's interesting how people are using the strategy nowadays, though, isn't it?
It really is, and I don't know how much that particular play factored in, but with the PAT moving back in 15-16, that kind of changed things, didn't it?
It's really a part of everyone's strategy now. When I talk with coaches and when we sit with them, they always talk about they actually have 2-point periods in practice now, something they never really did before.
Now, this will probably be the last play of the quarter.
It's been a long day for you.
The final shot before break here. Goff. He's going to look deep now for Landry. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. So that PI call will give him one more play.
And it'll be an untimed play as well. Now the half will end after this one, unless there's another defensive penalty.
And Parkey's kick is good. And that will do it for this first half. So we have reached halftime here in a tight 2-point contest. As we send you cross-country to Orlando, Jonathan Coachman is there and has our EA Sports halftime report. The Seahawks with the advantage, and they get the football first as the second half is underway. This is fielded at the goal line, and he is out of bounds here on the return.
He steps out of bounds right at the line of scrimmage.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the third quarter.
I like the way you term that because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies. Try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
We'll see if they do just that. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
Hey, team 6.
To throw from his end zone. Leach looking deep for Jennings. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. A very nice pickup of 33 yards. They took a real chance there, throwing deep from their own end zone.
Yeah, just think about it this way. If you take that shot, which they just did, you're giving those pass rushers an extra chance to get you. Your escape hatch behind you is gone because the end line is there. Yet at the same time, they took the gamble, and boy, did it pay off.
33 yards that time. Well, make that now 2 completions for him on this drive, and these aren't ordinary completions. They're big ones.
Yeah, these are the types that make a secondary talk to each other and not in a good way, oftentimes pointing fingers. Hey, who's got him? Someone cover it. That type of indecision can open up to even more big plays.
A gain of 3, second down.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
Mike 56, Mike 56.
Here we go, D.
Looking to throw on second down. Leach, sideline throw, that's caught by Moore. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down. He's certainly been a huge factor in this when he's got the 2 touchdowns to his credit. Now they look to him again. He picks up the first.
Yeah, I can hear everyone saying, well, why don't you cover him? Double him, triple him, do what you have to do. But sometimes they get locked into such a groove and such a connection, it doesn't matter how many guys are in his area.
He certainly looks to be in that groove right now.
Hey, alert 3, alert 3.
6-6, bullet high. Snap.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. To the right side, it's Kelsey. And he'll get it down this time to the 17. The completion good for 3, and it's second down.
Well, they're unable to convert that into much, but it's never a bad idea to try to get the ball into a tight end of his caliber's hands and see what kind of disruption he can cause.
That first down completion only netted him 3. Second and 7. Here's a second and 7. This is Jennings. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. 7 yards there and a first down.
Seattle.
Come on, set. 18 Gator.
Check, watch 54. Watch
61. Matchbox light.
check.
Hey, Delta.
Crunch. Check.
Ready?
On first down, Leach. This one caught by Davis. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard. A gain of 9 there. Sets up second and goal.
At the 1-yard line.
Good yardage on first down. Now can they punch it in on second and goal?
Hey, you.
Second and 1. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It was way too tight, unable to find anyone open.
So third and goal, and the 49er faithful making some noise for their defense. Back to throw. Leach. And he is in for the Seattle touchdown. Chris Carson, his second touchdown on the season. And the Seahawks are able to stretch that lead out a bit further. CD, it seemed like they were so focused on the guys out wide, they forgot about him out of the backfield.
That's a really good point because you got to communicate, and oftentimes when you start counting receivers, that's exactly what you do. You start from the widest receiver, work your way inside. Who gets lost sometimes? The back in the backfield. That's exactly what happened there.
And he got into the end zone. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25.
56. Mike, 56.
Hey, exit.
56. No chance. 56 to Mike, boys. 56. Check 56.
Goff now to throw. And he's going to be taken down. Goff is sacked.
Okay, you know my bias is about to come out here. A lot of people think that the offense is just moving in the wrong direction. I'd say they're moving in the right direction because the defense is pushing them back.
Former defensive guy. Now, as a quarterback, 3rd and long, you really got to rally the troops here, don't you?
Yeah, you do in a big way. And what else do you have to look out for? More pressure coming at you because it seems to be working pretty well.
56. Mike's 56.
3rd and long. It's gone. That's incomplete, but there is a flag down, so hang on. A big call coming on 3rd down. This home crowd, they're happy with that call.
I like the way you said happy there, right? The so-called good guys didn't get a call. They feel like it's been that way all afternoon. You feeling their pain?
They finally got one.
Yes, they did.
Check 52's to Mike. Watch the run, watch the run. Wide, get wide.
Goff on 1st down. That's going to be caught by Samuel. No gain, and it's 2nd down.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly. Had the completed pass, but for no gain, stopped right at the line, so it's 2nd and 10.
Mike, 56, right there, 56.
Hey, foxtrot.
56 to Mike, boys, 56. Check 56.
Off play action. Here's Goff. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And, look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually, that becomes man on man, and you've got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
Mike's 56. Mike's 56. Know your job. Mike 56. Mike 56. I got it.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. This time for Smith, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 35. And he'll bring this one back to the 29. Charles, whatever's going on between his ears right now, it's just not completely calculated correctly. 7 picks between last week and this week after that one.
And they always say the most important part of a player is those 6 inches between the ears. But right now, it's all those interceptions that are going on. So whoever his trusted confidant is on the sidelines, I don't know if it's the offense coordinator, quarterback's coach, maybe the backup quarterback, that's who he needs to get with now and get himself calm.
That one good for 14 and a Seahawk first.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
And down inside the 10 here before he's out of bounds right around the 7. Give him 9 there on the first down completion.
People worry about throwing the out route because often it can get jumped, and that can turn into either an incompletion or an interception. But not on that one. Everything came together, and he catches it and goes over the sideline.
Off play action. Leach. End zone caught. Touchdown, Seattle. Corey Davis with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Seahawks capitalize on the short field as they take it in for 6. The Seahawks offense staying put out on the field. They're going to go for 2. From the gun, Leach, and this is going to be caught. It's good. And that extends their lead by 2 more. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. And he'll give it here to his running back. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down. Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the third quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
They'll run on first down. Swift. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up second down.
Here we go. Tonight. 180. Hey, tonight.
And to give this time to the tailback. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. He lost 4 there, and it's third down.
But these guys are going to chop into that deficit. They're going to have to do a much better job in the run game. Caught behind the line of scrimmage, no yardage to be found.
Really in a hole here, 3rd and 17, following the 2 negative plays. Now a play fake, and it's gone. Flushed out right. And he's going to lose yardage here, as they will switch ends as time is run out on this third quarter of play. Back now here in Santa Clara. It's 49er football, but some ground to cover. They find themselves behind as we hit the 4th and final quarter. And no return possible here as they angle this one out of bounds.
At their own 21-yard line.
Let's go.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. They are clicking on all cylinders. They seem to be just scoring at will right now, and that's why they've opened up this big lead.
Now, we always talk about getting into the zone, and all athletes are seeking that, aren't they? Where everything is working for them. Every move they make works. It clicks, and they are on point right now.
Yeah, they are in that zone that you're talking about. So quickly all the way up at the 40-yard line. Operating from the gun, Leach. He'll get this one complete to Davis. And they'll get to him after a gain of 7 to the 47.
If you decide to run a hitch route, it really helps to have a guy who can turn it loose. And, boy, he rifled one in there on that one. Not much run after catch, but it worked really well.
Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3. 2nd and 3. And he almost intercepted it. They haven't picked a ball off yet. That probably should have been their first. And it's third down now. The Seahawks on third down. They've converted 4 times out of 6. Not bad. This time it's 3rd and 3. Looking to throw. Leach. That's complete into the hands of Carson. And this will move the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the 49ers 40. He's played a great game. It continues right there, even with this lead. Confident to throw the pass and have the reception made.
There's no doubt who the leader of their team is there? There's no doubt who they want to ride all the way to the finish. Because strategy would tell you, run the football, run the ball.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. DeForest Buckner able to record his 5th sack of the season.
And plays like that really hurt play calling. They had a really nice gain on the previous play, but gave about half the yardage back on the sack. Excellent pressure up front. Nowhere to go with the football. Down he goes.
Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on 2nd down. Now a man open down the middle of the field. And this will move the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the 49ers' 20-yard line.
Go! And two stop. Go!
First down.
Get.
Inside the red zone here, they'll look to throw. And he's going to go down. They sack him back right around the 30. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on 2nd down.
Check it out, Reed. Shift.
Back to throw. Leach. And he's got it. Caught in the end zone for the Seahawk touchdown. David Moore, his 3rd touchdown of the season, all coming in this game. Here the Seahawks are able to stretch that lead out a bit further. Extra point was hooking, but he does make it through. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down.
Obama.
Mott's 56.
Now it's gone. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off at the 23. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. Defensively, they've had their way in this one. That pick 6 makes that scoreboard even more lopsided.
I remember talking with a guy in the league, and I said, what do you do when the game's like this? You know, it's pretty much over. You ready to go to the bench and hang out? He said, oh, heck no. I want to stay on the field. I might get some stats. I might get a pick or 2.
You like being out there at the end of these wide margins.
When they have to throw it, that gives you more opportunities to go get it.
The Niners take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And they just had that pick 6. I guess the only positive maybe of them returning that for a touchdown. This offense right back out onto the field to try to make up for it. It's caught inside the 25. And he does take it in for the touchdown, but a flag on the field, and I don't think this is going to stand.
Yeah, don't put the points on the board just yet.
So following the hold, they're in a bit of a hole here with a 1st and 20. From the gun, here's Gone. Big hold of the 30. He's got Smith here. And he's going to get this to the 40-yard line. A really nice gain of 25 yards. So quickly all the way up at the 40-yard line.
Under 10. Under 10.
Goff now looks to throw. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. Oh, he shifts past him. No gain on the screen there at second down. So nothing there on the screen that time.
That means all that great acting they tried on offense went for naught, didn't it? Because you have to try and influence them. Make them think that you're doing something else. Make them think that they can get to the passer by letting them by and then setting up the screen and getting downfield. Didn't happen at all. Give a lot of credit to the defense for not tumbling to that one.
To throw again on second down. Goff. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. And that'll wind up moving the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks 35. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. Now Goff. Open man is Samuel, complete. And finally down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. That's good for 28 yards. Goff throwing again. Then his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off down at the 2. And the return just out across the 15 to the 16-yard line. Gosh, you add up last week and this week now, that's 9 interceptions in this 2-game stretch, and we're not done here.
It's almost as if they can't even believe their eyes. Or maybe, partner, is the confidence level in him so high that they believe he'll get out of it and make plays for them to win a game.
Well, they've said they believe in him. That's being tested right here. Big yardage after the catch. That one winds up going for 36. Looking to throw. Leach. They'll tussle for it, and this is going to be caught. Now the Seahawks call the second of their 3 timeouts. That's going to leave them with just 1 remaining here in this 4th quarter. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. From the gun, Leach. They fights him off, fighting to stay upright. Oh, he's going to let this go for the end zone. And that is caught, but the back judge right there to say incomplete. David Moore, the intended target.
Ready.
56 is the...
Hey, high 7.
Watch the slant.
5.
To throw again, Leach. Throwing middle, but it's incomplete. Credit Julian Love with a pass breakup. This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. Back to throw. Leach. He's going to look deep down. And this is taken in at the 5. And they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2. Now the Seahawks forced to use their 3rd and final timeout. So that will leave them with no timeouts left. Still plenty of time on the clock. We'll see how that affects things here in this 4th quarter. The 3 red zone trips, 3 touchdowns so far. They'll look for a 4th on 2nd and goal.
Hey, lock it. Hustle, hustle.
No.
Now.
That one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. He was trying to go back to Moore there, but it'll be 2nd and goal. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Seahawk football as we march toward a conclusion. 2nd and 4. And this will be caught. And the carnage continues. It's another touchdown. Still an important piece of business to take care of, the extra point. And this is off the left upright, but he banks it through. How about that one? 49ers 13. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This one fielded at the 5. And all deep in his own territory, he coughs up the football. And they will finally get him, but not until he's all the way down inside the 15-yard line. So a teammate picking him up there, that was nearly disaster.
And the way that you coach these things, you want to make sure you have eyes towards the return guy because you want to make sure that the catch is secured. A lot of teams do that. They have at least one guy. Okay, you're responsible for making sure he secures the catch. He's not always the one that makes the recovery, but he can always sound out the alarm. Hey, ball's on the ground. We've got to get it back.
The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. They are just obviously getting shellacked here in this one, Charles. What's the message if you're a coach for this final drive in a lopsided game like this?
For a lot of coaches,
be honest.
Don't forget today. Don't forget what is...
And a big loss here as he's taken down.
That right now... That's a defeated team out there. I think you can see it totally in their body language.
Hands on hips, heads low. It's just been a struggle from the start.
Yeah, this team has been thoroughly beaten right from the word go.
Now then, after the sack, it'll be interesting to see what they have planned for 2nd and 23. Gone. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down. Just nothing there again. He's been sacked multiple times. We've seen the interceptions, of course. He's really been through the ringer, hasn't he?
And what we've seen is a defense that's well coordinated. The front and the back really in sync. The front putting on the pressure. The backside being ball hawks and picking passes off.
Mike 52. Now watch run, watch run. 52's the Mike. Watch Mike.
They'll fake the handoff. Now gone. He's going to let it fly. It got his man complete. That one goes for 36 yards. Now the big play pushes him all the way out to the 40 now for 1st down. Goff now looking to throw. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And nearly another interception. They've been around the ball all game.
Brandon, at least there's one bright side to that incompletion.
What's that?
It wasn't an interception.
Wow. You're a nice guy. That was kind of savage. But correct. No pick, just incomplete that time. And my goodness, another interception. Able to get there and pick it. The interception woes, they just continue to mount. He's thrown 5 picks. At this point, you got to be thinking, is it something between the ears?
I think a confidence hit does occur once you start getting those numbers up there a little bit. But as you and I both know, it's not always just one guy's fault. Maybe somebody ran the wrong pattern. Maybe some balls were tipped. It could be so many different things. Bottom line, though, it comes back to the guy throwing them.
5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down. 2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on 1st down. This is Carson, and that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 seconds to go in the game. They'd like to avoid punting from their own end zone so they could use something here on 3rd down.
Check it back.
There. Get it.
To throw from his end zone. Leach. And it's complete to Kelsey. He's at the 50. He's at the 40. And he takes it all the way down to the 32. A big play there on the catch and run. 66 yards. So how about this for a change in field position? From inside the 10, here's 1st down on the other side of the field. Looking to throw. Leach. And he's got the hook up to Moore. And they are able to stop him, but